Hey guys, welcome back to Clash with Bando. It's been a couple of weeks since I put a video up because I went to do our war recap last week versus One Hive Genesis and the replays are gone, so you only get the 24 hours. I was under that. There must have been some kind of replay in there for the night, so unfortunately missed that one, but big up to One Hive Genesis. Great war, 71 apiece. We both had one Town Hall 11 hit down fail, and that luckily enough we came through on percentage. So current war we've just had and it finished this morning was versus the All Arabs. I don't really know if that's exactly what it reads, but we've lost this on percentage 70-70. So where does that come from? That means that we've had two hit down fails, unfortunately, Din. It's really hard failing hit downs, let alone two that cost you a war, but then they've failed the same. So it's all on percentage. Excuse me, you can see we didn't do too well with the Town Hall 10s either. And Town Hall 9s had an absolute fucking stelling war. We took 24 attacks to clear their Town Hall 9s, and that left us with 12 base opens. 12. It was absolutely massive. You can see on our defences they struggled a bit, but still they took 31 attacks to clear our bases, leaving them 5 opens. With their attacks, obviously their number one, like our number one, cleared both hit downs, and they didn't really do too well on the 10s either. It's a really interesting game where it is at the moment, and I do kind of love the challenge of it. I'm struggling at Town Hall 10 with the new metas and all these kinds of things. It's competitive. That's what this shit is. It's just awesome to see it. You don't want to be losing, but of course, if you lose, as long as you learn and you progress and your group gets better, you can see there was only 5 bases on our Town Hall 9 attacks did actually not get first hit, so it was 13 fresh hits to us versus 11 on the opponents, and a really, really fun war. I missed the end of it as I was sleeping. Let's get into some Town Hall 9 attacks. We did have one big Town Hall, 64% I think it was on number 1, but we had a low percentage on number 2. Now I'm going to show this attack from Juddy. I'll just put it in 1 speed to start off with. Out of our 13 fresh hits, where are we? 8 of them were Golaloons. So some variations of 1, 2 or 3 golems to start off with. Now you see this is one from Juddy. Really great attack. He drew the clan castle out. Drew that to the queen. Didn't use a rage. I really do like that he held onto the rage. Instead chose to use the ability. There's only going to be that one cannon shooting at him. So instead saves that rage for down the track and gets a shitload more out of it. So you can see now that kill squad's going through the middle there. Old Jimmy Bob's starting to wreak a bit of havoc. You've got a golem still going for it. Bowlers, healers are off the queen, but they're reinforcing the golem. You see the airs coming in there, couple of hounds, and there's just so much left. The queen, she's used her ability, but she's still out there pew-pewing away. Jimmy Bob's still going for it. He's on full health, and you can see it's absolutely smashed his base. So we did have six packs in the war, and that was Muzza on both Muzz and Scorpio, so he actually had a half a carton. Ultra Pro had a 6-pack, Wallace, Sir David Jr. and Gundiver on cleanups. Now let's have a look what was going next. Old Scorpio, so this is one of Muzz's accounts. Now he does a lot of these stoned Golaloons. Now why did I replay this? You can see now he's hitting from the top with his golems. Quite a spread because of that mortar drawing out that that golem up top, but does it reasonably well. You can see now enemy king comes out, and he gets dealt with pretty quickly. Unfortunately, Jimmy Bob probably released a little bit too early because you can see he gets in front of those golems, but luckily enough he's protected the bowlers. So you can see now the kill squad got all 4 air defense. Excuse me, blimey. You can see the kill squad absolutely smashed it. So what's the hound going to do? It's going to take the queen. That's what it's going to do. In comes the skeleton spell at the end there. Absolutely smashes the queen. Keeps going. Starts clearing trash. Skeletons everywhere. Loved it. You see these tail skeleton spells are really, really useful because it's a common strategy to put the queens away from the air defense. That way it leaves that for when you're attacking with air, and hopefully she's going to be mopping up loons and crap at the end. But no, she got smashed. Now let's have a look at 15. Sir David Jr., 6-pack as mentioned. Now he's gone in with a stone go hog. Double jump. Now where are we? You can see he's attacking from the northwest there. The Queen, the King, 4 Archer Towers. There's a lot of point defence there beside both heroes in the clan castle. Not really a great strategy with building a base like that because you can go hog into it. You can Golaloon, all kinds of things. You can see he's offset the air defences to try to confuse people with that, but it just means you're going to hog it. So Jimmy Bob only level 22, but he's out there wrecking some havoc. And you can see now the Tesla farm in the midfield. The hogs are starting to come through. It's dry hogs, so no heals. Everything was put into the heroes, and he's absolutely wrecked it. Skeleton spell afterwards. He'll use that somewhere for cleanup. There it is. Absolutely smashed it. Well done, SDJ. And that's that one. So a lot of the attacks you see at the moment are going to be these loon based because of the changes to the game. So what we've got here is a Pentahound. Now, a Pentahound, the reason being is the Queen's just in a retarded spot. You can see right there, anything can be thrown down. You can wait till she pats around and you can just knock her out. That's pretty much all it is. So old Jimmy Bob's going to go down first. Queen's going to go down after him. And you can see now she's gone. He might have actually got that with just old Jimmy Bob and put the Queen somewhere else, maybe ripping out where are we? I want to slow this down, ripping out an air defense and Queen. Now, the one big thing I pointed out about this is very slow to put down his poison. And dropping the poisons up like that as a double, that's the one thing that's going to wreck a Pentahound. Because what will happen is if the dragon's pulled out of that poison like it is, and there's not enough pups around, that dragon can absolutely wreck you. Now, if it's a baby dragon, faster attack speed, you can see now the dragon, it's causing a bit of grief. That's because the poisons were a little bit late on the first one. You get that first one down early because he's going to be stuck on hounds, and then you put the second one out to go to where the dragon's moving to, but he's just snuck through. That's a Pentahound. It's got extra pups to be able to clear things out, but must have obviously been the 2 loons in the clan castle to finish it off, and you can see now the pups and the loons knock it all off. So a couple of corner buildings, great raid ultra, 6-pack for him as well. Going back to America, old DTN. So he's now our token Yank. Don't know how the raid times are going to affect him. Let's have a look at this hit on 25. Now, it's a bit of a different army. It's a, I don't really know what to call it, but we're going to go with a Dr. Gobo. Now, you can see here, shattered golems. So it's the 2 golems. The kill squad's going to have a few wizards, and then clan castle bowlers, and he does a really, really good job. Now, what I liked is he didn't put his heroes down there too far, so the wizards have dealt with the enemy king. And you can see it's quite a good wide clear to be able to make sure that we get the important things being the bowlers, the Queen. They go inside the base. Now, old Jimmy Bob, level 23, he's struggling a bit. He's taking a fair bit of damage. But in go the king with the bowlers staying in front of those. You've got the golem knocking around on walls. And the Queen, she's going to walk the gauntlet now. You can see there that kill squad, shattered kill squad with the clan castle of bowlers and a few wizards, got 4 air defense. Absolutely massive kill squad. And that just leaves a few air shooting things exposed down by the enemy Queen. And 6 dragons there. Rage. A heal that's not even really needed. Haste, I don't know what that was for. There was a corner Tesla which he got on the fly. So Kiwi in with probably one of the best attacks for the war. It's different. It was good fun. Doing these kinds of raids are awesome fun. There you go. Didn't need the heal at all. Brilliant raid, Kiwi. Great analysis. These are all max bases. We've only got a couple of non-max bases in the CWLL. So from us as Aussies, we've now at 2 wins and 2 losses, and we've got big DLX next week. It's been tough. It's definitely been tough. We've come out of didn't take any losses in MLCW at all, and you see now the game changes, it modifies. It's always going to be the way it is. So as always, we're trying to recruit, we're trying to get our Town Hall 10 game up and running, and go from there. So yeah, that's about all I've got. Hope you guys had a bit of a laugh. As always, clash on.
Yeah, where you from? Who the boss? I'ma break him off. Yeah, where you from? Who the boss? Motherfucker, I'm a monster in this game, similar to the Loch Ness.